Starbound Secrets, Episode 2, Echoes in the Dark. The Astralinx had always felt like a sanctuary to Lyra, a place of order, science, and quiet purpose. But after Kael's arrival, the ship felt different. The lights seemed dimmer, the corridors colder. The hum of the engines carried a tension she couldn't shake. Something had changed, something had awakened, and Lyra felt it watching her. Kael was moved to a secured observation chamber, a transparent cell reinforced with containment fields and guarded by 2 armed officers. The moment Lyra stepped into the room, she felt the air shift, as if the ship itself was holding its breath. Kael sat on the edge of the bed, hands clasped, eyes dim but alert. He looked up the instant she entered, as though he sensed her presence before he saw her. "Lyra," he murmured, relief softening his features. She approached cautiously, stopping just short of the containment barrier. "How are you feeling?" He hesitated. "Like I'm waking up from a dream I don't remember, and every time I try to grasp it, it slips away." Lyra studied him. "Do you remember anything at all? Your ship? Your mission?" Kael shook his head slowly. "Only fragments. A voice. A symbol. And you." Her pulse quickened. "Why me?" "I don't know," he whispered. "But when I look at you, something inside me settles. Like I've been searching for you." Lyra's breath caught. She forced herself to stay composed. "Kael, that symbol that appeared, what is it?" He closed his eyes, brow tightening. "I don't know, but when it appeared, I felt something, like a door opening, like something was reaching for me." Lyra shivered. "Something?" Kael nodded. "And it's getting closer." Before she could respond, the lights flickered violently. The containment field pulsed. The guards stepped forward, hands on their weapons. Kael winced, clutching his head. "It's happening again." Lyra pressed her hand to the barrier. "Kael, look at me. Focus on my voice." He lifted his gaze to hers. The glow in his eyes steadied. The lights stabilized. The hum faded. Lyra exhaled shakily. "You stopped it." "No," Kael whispered. "You did." Later, Lyra sat alone in her quarters, the holographic symbol hovering above her desk. It pulsed softly, casting eerie shadows across the room. She traced the air where the lines glowed, her fingers trembling. She had seen this symbol before, in the final transmission from her fiancé before his ship vanished. A symbol no one could explain. A symbol that haunted her dreams. Now it had appeared again, connected to a man who knew her name. A man who shouldn't exist. Her comm panel chimed suddenly. She flinched. "Dr. Vance." Captain Solari's voice came through, tight with urgency. "Report to the bridge. Now." Lyra hurried through the corridors, heart pounding. When she reached the bridge, the crew was gathered around the main display, faces pale. "What's happening?" she asked. The sensor officer pointed at the star map. "The signal we detected earlier. It's growing stronger." Lyra frowned. "From Kael?" "No," the officer whispered. "From outside the ship." The map zoomed in. A massive energy signature pulsed in the darkness, moving toward them. Lyra felt the blood drain from her face. Kael had said something was coming, and now it was here. Captain Solari's voice was low, controlled. "How long until it reaches us?" "Minutes," the officer replied. "Maybe less." The ship shuddered, as if something enormous brushed against its hull. Consoles flickered. The lights dimmed to a sickly blue. Lyra's breath hitched. "Captain, we need to talk to Kael." Solari shot her a sharp look. "Absolutely not." "He knows something," Lyra insisted. "He felt this coming. He is the reason this is happening," Solari snapped. "We don't negotiate with threats." Lyra stepped closer, lowering her voice. "If he wanted to hurt us, he already could have." Solari hesitated just for a moment. Then the ship lurched violently. A deep, resonant hum filled the air. The same hum Lyra had heard in the medbay. The same hum that had come from Kael. The lights went out. Emergency red flooded the bridge. And in the darkness, Something whispered through the comm system. A sound like static, like a voice trying to form words. Lyra's blood ran cold. "Captain," the sensor officer whispered. "The energy signature. It's surrounding us." Lyra didn't wait for permission. She ran. The observation chamber was bathed in flickering red light. Kael stood in the center, eyes glowing brighter than before, his expression torn between fear and recognition. "Lyra," he said, voice trembling. "It's here." She pressed her hand to the barrier. "What is it?" Kael shook his head. "I don't know, but it's looking for me." The ship groaned, metal straining under invisible pressure. Lyra's heart pounded. "Kael, what are you?" He stepped closer, placing his hand against the barrier opposite hers. "I don't know," he whispered, "but whatever I am, I'm not alone." The lights flickered again. The hum grew louder, and somewhere deep in the void outside the Astralinx, something answered. He was found drifting between the stars, a mystery wrapped in silence. But now, something inside him is waking up. As the Astralinx pushes deeper into uncharted space, the line between discovery and danger begins to blur. Dr. Lyra Vance searches for answers, but the closer she gets, the more the truth pushes back. Kael's power is growing. His memories are shifting, and the symbol that binds them both is beginning to glow. When the containment field falters, trust becomes a risk the crew can't afford. And Lyra must face the one question she's not ready to ask. Is he becoming their salvation or their undoing? Episode 3, The Signal.